This is a door flat with a door. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off a bunch of stuff. I'm going to make the glass the hidden. I'm going to turn off the flat. I'm going to turn off the door stop. I'm going to turn off the door jamb. I'm going to turn off the door casing. I'm going to turn off the door. So, first thing I'm going to show you is the flat. The flat is essentially just a flat. You have your toggle or your rail at the top here. You have a toggle above the opening, some spacers in here, and then what go for the bottom rails here. This here would be a jack stud, I suppose, but it really doesn't compute between household construction and theater or TV flat construction. So that's one way to build a flat. And then if I turned on a door jamb and I re-rendered it, you would see the door jamb is the bit that returns. So from the audience perspective, this stopped being 2 3/4 inch thick and it became a 5-inch thick wall. They can't see here. They can't, the audience won't see this. They're going to see the depth of it here. And so that's something that we have to show in our drawing. And then the next thing we're going to show is the door casing. And the door casing is the stuff that goes around the door. It's the trim on the face. And I mean, this is one way. This is like a really super basic trim, but whatever, it's trim. The one thing I want you to pay attention to, and I'm going to zoom in right at the bottom, is the trim. Stop that. The trim is set back from the interior face of the jamb. So if this casing is a type of trim, if this casing is on the face of the jamb and the flat, it's stepped back. So it's the opening of the casing is, in this case I went 1/8 of an inch, sometimes it's 3/16. It depends on the size of the hinge, because essentially the hinge sits there and you have to push this out for the hinge. So that's the casing. And then there's the door stop. And I'm going to just re-render that. And the door stop is the bit of trim that travels all the way around the perimeter of the inside of this. Stop that. I've been good to you. I've been nice to you. You can see it goes all the way around the inside there. And that's the bit that the door, I'm looking kind of at the underside of it there, that's the bit against the door actually stops against. And then once we add the door, you can see that the door is in its closed position, and if you go around the back, you can see the back of the door jamb, yeah, and then there's the door stop there, and you're looking at the back of the flat. So this door opens on stage. I haven't shown the swing, which is the way the door swings on or off stage, but I think from this you can see the different parts of a door and the things that you're going to draw when you actually draw the door in plan, front elevation, and section for this assignment.